Now we are also recording. So, how is everybody doing tonight? I am actually a little bit tired. But, whatever, let's do this.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Cool. Now, I can't remember for the life of me what we did last time, so let's check really quick. Please stand by. Thank you for your patience. Y'all are great. God, I love that scene so much. That scene so much.
Can you kill something that big?
Alrighty, so let's see. Last time I dated... Oh, I just finished up my date with Matt. I knew that. I'm sorry, Chad. I was super tired last night. Oh, not last night, but whatever night I streamed last. And let's see, we've been on a date with Craig. That went pretty well. We went on a date with Robert. We went on a date with Matt. You know what? I'm not doing anything. Let's just go on a date with everybody. Let's hang out. I really didn't like how Brian tried to one-up us the whole night, though, so maybe not him. Please don't hate me. Let's go back. Okay, we have to. I can't put it off anymore. I love Damien so much. We have to go on a date with him. Let's look up his profile. Let's see, Damien Bloodmarch. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I am not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. Aww. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, I love cats, please send me a letter. On Friday night, you are most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimen. Ooh. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? Coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What's your favorite movie genre? Foreign, art house, horror. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside-down cross. I feel like you're trying a little too hard. I spent a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Okay, I guess that's a thing. Alright, let's send Damien a message. That tip number 22. Eat a lot of broccoli. Number 2, 77. Don't smoke. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a few minutes before I see that Damien's typing. But then, he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. If he just responds with the letter K, I swear to God, I'm probably gonna pee myself laughing. Casual. Oh. I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly a manner as I would have. Oh, whoa, there's more. I might be highly flattered. Damien's the greatest of all time. This is true. This is very true, Alex. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter 7 more times. God, he's so over the top, but he's also the best, and I will fight anyone that argues with me. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me read with Can you help me with something? Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Oh god, that's so nasty. But also, she loves us, she's done it before. No. Can you interpret this for me? Try so hard, and yet I always forget that my dad is not as smart as I would like him to be. I turn the computer to Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand that speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is a hot new thing. See, Dad? Kids got over saying LOL and LMAO, or whatever, and decided they needed to do was bring back to the 1800s. Throwback. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. Huh. Or our dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice in school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Amanda, I love you so much, but you have to read my favorite book. Great, so what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards! Casual. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's it. I make the— oh god, I forgot about the buttresses. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I do like the symmetry, though, of this house. Like, it's a nice 2-story, a little bit of creeping ivy on the columns. Okay, I had the word, I found it. Some flying buttresses in front. He has a nice little veranda overlooking his front door. Some very nice looking stained glass as well. I pass a couple of gargoyles, buttresses, guarding the front door, and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. So he spent the money to remove his doorbell and replace it with a knocker. What if he's like going to the bathroom? Or he's in the backyard? Well, I guess you wouldn't be able to hear it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's painted black. Yes, this is true. You're so astute. How did you notice? I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the wood. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of whom I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Casual. Pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase, holding a walking candle holder. Where did you get here? Also, is that a fancy dog portrait on your wall? I mean, respect, but whose dog is that? What's, with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the front door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason.
How delightful.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with modern amenities of any. So you have AC. Good job. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. I wonder whose room that could be. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how rebellious the teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from the floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly proud of this room. Shit, I would be too. There's like books, and there's a little chaise lounge, there's some nice lamps, there's a pretty rug, and there's also my dream wall-to-wall bookshelves with a ladder. Alex, I know you're watching this, take notes. I want this someday. But we could leave the creepy butterflies out because I'm not a fan of taxidermy butterflies. They're prettier when they're alive. Let's see. Pick up a book. You know, Casual, in the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more tawdry novels would encourage youth into a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. A ladder. Make sure it's a DeWalt. Yes, the recommended brand from John... What's his name? I'm having a brain fart. What's his last name? John... You know, you can't repeat that so casually like it's your own joke, Alex. Oliver. Thank you, John Oliver. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke's smirk, unbuttoning his...
Oh my.
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. That's a rare book for my private collection. You liar. You means you printed and bound fanfiction. You... Oh my god. Also, why would you do that? There's internet. Let's see, look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Don't make fun of him, I love him. He's a great weeb. Nice bugs. Eloquent as ever, Casual. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. Ah, the pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. And now look out the window. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. Damn. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! So, are we low-key checking out our neighbor while we're at our other neighbor's house on a date? Keep it together, Casual. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of full-length windows? The outside. I'm good. Wait, really? No. But Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? I love tea. Yes, let's do it. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set up upon a beautiful, tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I love tea. Also, I really love in the background all of the skulls. There is a subscription box that I wanted to order that I've been thinking about, where they will send you replica skulls once a week. It's like Skulls Unlimited, and I thought that would be a great asset to have in a classroom. Sorry, random tangent. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
How delightful.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the person enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables on which they're served. Nerd. I love you. You're great. Oh! My dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Your home is really impressive. Yes, it is. It seems like you really put a lot of work into this place. Yes, he did. Let's take it. Let's live here forever. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Oh, you are a treasure and I love you so much. You're great. Look at your house, you nerd. Hell, I can barely get matching salt and pepper shakers in my place. And look at what you've done. I'm kind of jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What got you so interested in golf stuff?
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Chat, my heart. It's doing very, very cute things. I love Damien so much. Doesn't get it. He is the walking, talking personification of all of our nerd culture. And he's just like, you know, I'd love to see a marching band.
Oh.
Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. Yes, Alex, we'll carry on. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. There. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Casual, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I can care about anything the way you care about this stuff. We could care about you that much, Damien. We really could. Just give us a chance. Well, I'd love to hear about your interest. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. So you'd think it'd be really attractive as I talk to you about my obsession with King Henry VIII, his 6 wives, and how absurd he was for having to need a male heir, even though it was his own... I'll stop. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. I could tell you in depth about Harry Potter. Quick, sound sophisticated. I know a lot about tea, Harry Potter, and hedgehogs. This one right here, he eats cat food and mealworms. He's really grumpy right now. Does that count as sophistication? I like watching soap making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles. I learned how to juggle once. Well, this is the only thing that we say we love, so let's do this one. Please like us. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words. Oh, this is a stretch, you know? And I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. Oh, this is such a stretch. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer? No, he's not. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches. Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. I love how bright and colorful it is over here. My garden. It's beautiful.
Ah.
Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously.
Oh.
You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower can mean different things depending on the other plants it's paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message, and the color. Damien leads down and plucks a gorgeous, bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbflorum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? I think it was revenge. The orange lily is actually a symbol of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements is so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Let's see. Sunflower? Nope. Honeysuckle or snapdragon? We want to impress them, so I'm gonna say honeysuckle. They mean a lot of romance. Sunflower, you're basic. Snapdragons, you're kind of aggressive. They smell really good. And then you can eat the tiny drops of nectar when you pull the stem out. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? Oh my god. Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. I low-key feel like I'm on this date rather than casual. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, casual. Will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. This makes me wish I put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start that one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes, and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle! Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle!
Fix that guard.
That's the head. Nope. Oh god. To the wings. Ah! Ah! It's our secret. Nobody tell. We didn't break it. It's fine. Just don't look at it. Whew, that was close. Uh-oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Did he see us break it? Casual, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Oh no. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have... Well? My teacher needs me to come to the school, post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're? Right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. What's up, Hugo? Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo.
I don't know.
Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the "my kids are in trouble" rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flicker of rickety stairs leading down into darkness. That's not ominous or anything. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. There. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucius and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. Can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me! Lucian tried to kill me!
Oh my.
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. Oh, like that's so much better. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, wait a second. Lucian, did you try to... Cask of Amontillado? Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him. What's Cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a great story.
Oh.
It is a lovely story. That's right, Damien. So wait, Lucian... You tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest? 20 minutes? Dad!
What?
It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2-week unit on the Cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, and then read a review of the movie.
Huh?
It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie! Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both had their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did. I don't see the problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. You didn't do shit, you just suspended him. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in terse silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you and I see that you're struggling, so if you decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Yeah, I would probably cast Amontillado my own kid to see how he would like it if he did that to another student. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. Yeah, you should be super grateful. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love you, son. Lucian considers staring out of the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. And he will carry on. Didn't expect to have the conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. And all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good. So there's your silver lining. There is that. Yes. Yeah, I really admire how he handled that. He did super well. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. See you around soon? Oh, I got an eggplant response. That's good. It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. What sound was that, Amanda? I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket, watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo. What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. That's disgusting. I am not pooping outside, Greg! What a sentence. Why don't they just get a regular-sized house? Hi. I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? That's strange. We had to go to the school to pick up Lucien, since he tried to... He lured Ernest down to the cell with the promise of a fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How do you know that? Has everyone read the story except for me? Lucien live-streamed the entire thing. Okay, that would have been a really big tip-off to Ernest. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. And super sweet, and he wants to make us a bouquet, and he's fantastic, except for the part where he binds printed versions of fanfiction. Like, just read it off online. I dig his style. Yeah, you do, because you have good taste, daughter of mine. You know what? Me too. Good. Dig complete. How we do? How we do? We get an S? Did we impress the socks? Did we knock his socks off? Are we great? Are we gonna have awesome times together? Yes, we did! We nailed it!
My stars, this... Never in a million moons have I had a date such as exquisite as this one.
He said we had an exquisite date. I feel special.
Welcome.
Achievement!
You've got dads.
Yes! Yes, indeed. Well, every time I've played this game, I've always ended up with Damien because I obviously adore Damien. But I've heard a lot of good things about Robert. So I think I might go on a second date with him soon. But I also think that first I should actually go on a date with all the other dads just to see. Who should I go on a date with first? Brian, Hugo, or Joseph? Well, Brian has a dog. And Joseph, his kids are funny. But he's weird. And Hugo is a teacher. But his son's an idiot. Alright. Hugo Vega. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholastic articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. On Friday nights, you were most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. What did you want to be when you grew up? Movie star. What's your favorite movie genre? Documentaries on art history. Even I think that's a bit much. What's your ideal date? Each of us reads a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Okay. Okay. What do you never leave home without them? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. Oh, a typo. There's a lowercase I right there. He is human. I spent a lot of time thinking about... I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Rude! We have words to say. Tip number 32. You can't beat the whammy bar. I don't know what that means. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. And yesterday when your son was almost killed by a cask of Amontillado scheme. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school. Arguably the worst age to be. Arguably one of the worst ages of any species on Earth. Middle school children are awful. You can absolutely quote me on that too. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Our sweet, beautiful daughter. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Ugh.
Bad. But nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Accurate.
Ugh.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked into a gross old building for 40+ hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school and I'm still bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs, you hurt me and I'll never forget. What'd she do to you? I stare off into the middle distance, remembering the 24 hours that we dated and the 3 times we held hands between class periods. Then I remember the bitter betrayal. Her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham. Him making me eat dirt in front of her. Dark. I don't want to talk about it. See? Middle schoolers are reprehensible. Reprehensible. I can talk, I'm sorry. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. Yeah, if we respected ourselves, we wouldn't do this. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go to was on the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza. The clam chowder factory. That is messed up. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
What?
No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it. It haunts me. It would haunt me too, Amanda. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past, and never talk about it again. Anyway, you should go do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. I don't think you could really hang out with them so much as just, like, look at them from afar. Amanda, I kinda get weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. That one actually... Which part made you laugh out loud? The clam chowder bit? What, are you worried that a whale is gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? That's why they don't have the whales in the touch tanks, Amanda. There was a whole lawsuit, a lot of paperwork. They decided just to take them out. A little bit safer. Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Yes. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. Yeah, that clam chowder bit was pretty nasty. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. Yes, like there's more than one aquarium in this little tiny town. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. Okay, so if middle school is in session today, and we're gonna be meeting at the aquarium, that implies that, according to most public middle schools, you have to be at the school before you leave for the field trip in order for insurance to qualify. So, Amanda's either late, skipping school, or high school's not in session on the day middle school is. I find a typo. I arrive at the aquarium to find the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. If any middle school teacher on a trip is clutching a thermos, it's full of vodka. Hugo jumps up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. Middle schoolers, I think, are just in a perpetual state of continuous screaming. I don't know when they have time to breathe. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Great! Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over there. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other, like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. It's the little things in life. You guys put your phones away? No. Don't ask a middle school kid to put their phone away, then they're gonna get even shittier. All the kids look up a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. I mean, they're quiet. Like, pick your battles, Hugo. Yep, see? See? We get it. At least they're quiet. Too quiet. These guys are up to something, I can feel it. What, anarchy? They're not organized enough to actually stage a coup. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. Look at all the fish! Oh my god, that pop sound was my sternum. That was so scary. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo has a massive stapled package of paper to each kid. Yeah, it's not gonna get finished. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. That's hard. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Hey.
Honestly, it's just busy work so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? There's probably a required number of field trips those teachers have to take. Or there's... I don't know. Somebody's dating somebody at the aquarium and got a cheap deal for the school. We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal section of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. That sounds like a lionfish. They're poisonous and they're actually endangering a lot of the other species in the Florida area, so there's been a lot of small startup companies that are trying to convince people that they taste delicious. And they've been trying to eat them in order to reduce the number of lionfish in wild. Because during the Great Recession, a bunch of rude dentists and doctors, after they went bankrupt and lost their practices, their secretaries or whoever would just take all of the fancy fish out of the aquarium in their waiting room and just dump them in the ocean. Quite a few of them survived. Sorry, chat, that was a tangent.
Hey.
That right there is a lionfish, see? Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? That's why they endanger so many fish, because they're fat. Whoa. Their spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. I think that's a rockfish. It's the most poisonous fish in the world, and if you step on it, you'll feel like you want to cut off your foot. You're probably gonna die. That's stonefish, most venomous fish in the world. God, I'm good at this. And they just, like, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless as long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Cool.
Hey.
Nature's wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. So do I! I feel an overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... American longfin? Bluelos? That's too obviously fake. This one sounds like something. Yeah? Did you know that Paranormal fish trivia, psychic. Paranormal. This fish sleeps upside down, but contrary to popular belief, it's not an actual vampire. That's the vampire fish.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious? Serious as a heart attack. We're talking fish here. There's no time for jokes.
Oh.
That's, clownfish. Right. Man, I thought that would be funny. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids began to take selfies with the sharks. That's not true because most aquariums can't get a lot of shark species. They don't do very well in captivity. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who start fighting over a Capri Sun. Man, what a day. Too intense? What was too intense? I was trying to be funny. Hugo leaves my... Oh, I already read that, sorry. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing at the aquarium in childlike wonder. Ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. Someone surrounded by angry hormonal teenagers, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Ah.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather be staring at you. Yeah, that's fine. No casual. One's eating the other. Well. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. That's not a wonder, that's terrifying. Also, somebody's getting fired if another shark is eating another one of the exhibits. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Horseshoe crabs are a very old species. Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Brave man. Don't you want to pet some rays, casual? That's a pretty funny joke because Hugo's voice actor's name is Ray. I have his hat. Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun. And informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. Too close, too real. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. Sad. And the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. And they're squishy. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. What a way with words. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard the hard exterior shell of the horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away blushing. What is up with the tone of this date? It's more date-like than our other dates. Hugo smiles at me. Hey. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Ruined our moment, girl. What is that?
Oh.
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Carapace? Thank you. Susan! Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. One almost got away. Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks. Wanna tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. Not afraid to hit a child. That's too much. Oh god, that's fucked up. You can't threaten to hit a child. That's an easy 5 to 10 of the clink. That'll work. I had a bug go down for that once. He came out of change, man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Real. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time won't say please. Can someone like ad-lib in some like knuckle crack sounds in there? So. That actually kind of hurt. I hit my hand a little too hard. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands the wet slap. What did you hurt? We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Ugh. Oh. Sorry, chat. 1 second. I lost the feed of my hedgie. Oh, he's back now. He's still grumpy. Hey, Bucko. You're fine. Yep, indeed time threatened, Miss Cooler.
Whoa.
Hugo leans down and unzips his backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. To be fair, they can't move that quickly. She gives us a disapproving look. Sorry, Deborah. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. Why? To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time it's happened here. Or the last. In the next room we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us.
Yes.
Look over there! Hugo points over to some seahorses gathering at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. Probably a boy.
Hey.
That's actually the male seahorse. Yep. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Hey.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. They're not really getting pregnant because the female is the one that has the eggs, and so the little tiny baby seahorses transfer from the... Never mind. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Hey.
I wonder if they had to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo. So do I, casual. So do we.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. Shifty motherfuckers. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit, with the little penguins. Do we get to see the penguins?
Hey.
Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yeah. Our group of kids run around the exhibit. They don't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, rude, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Whoa.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it got very bad. Is one of ours? No, it's the other school.
I don't know.
It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. Susan and Molly are going to sign up for Greenpeace after our high school and never look back. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Yep, my high high school got banned from a local water park because at our high school graduation night, a bunch of them got so drunk they had to have their stomachs pumped, and I think a couple were arrested. 2 times. All created distraction. Hugo runs forward towards a puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody! 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 I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Yes? Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a blast of cold air. Psst! Hey! The girl whoops around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here! Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. What a lovely child. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom! Where are they even gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I don't even have the time to argue about this. We just gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin! You're not saving a penguin if you're just gonna keep it trapped in your closet. They're not... Unless you have a temperature-controlled large closet with a lot of walkability, water, ice, little chill area.
I don't know.
Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to relate to her, bribe her. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well I have $12 and some change. Also there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realize there are a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're going to have to block these birds. Alright, here comes the game. Block that bird. Ah, my hand's getting sore. Ah! No! Why are the penguins eating the money? No! Take the money! Take the money! No! Molly! Take the money! Molly! Molly! Yes! Mission complete! Zero. That's right. Woo! Penguins escaped. That's right. Wow, congrats. I'm amazing. Whew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. It looks like Hugo's wrapping up his diversionary penguins. I can't say penguin. Diversionary penguin speech.
Hey.
And that's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. Don't listen to him, Hiro. You're amazing. We love you so much. Even if you are really grumpy. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everyone starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the room and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in the Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, It was the thought that counts. No, it doesn't. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Sweet manchego.
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose they can compare animal thief notes.
Ah.
You're not off the hook, Molly.
Oh.
Casual? Did you just bribe a child? Can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. Though me today knows different. I only wish I could go back.
Oh.
Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load into the buses. Hugo pulls me aside.
Ah.
Hey, Casual. Thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Hey.
Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. There is nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Great. Well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. You're on the bus. What else can they steal? The seat? I walk inside to find the house empty. Wonder where the panda's at. China. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. No, actually, she tried to steal a penguin. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You got into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. That's not as fun, dude. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to see the penguin. Give me the penguin. It was nice getting to spend time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a cover-up. He's usually kind of a what? Have a stick in the mud? It's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Yeah, you did. Alright, too much of an adventure for me today. I'm gonna rest my eyes. Mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Tip number 60. Never give up. Remember. How we do? How we do?
What a great date.
It was a B. I respect that.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Should I go on a date with both of the remaining two dads? Or should I go on a date with just one of the last few? Or should I say to hell with it and go on a second date with somebody else? Greg? Brian? He's gonna try to brag. He's gonna tell us our house is small and sad. Alright. Hi, I'm Brian. I spend most of my days hanging out with my awesome daughter and thinking of new ways to grill things. If you like fishing, we'll get along. I hate fishing. On a Friday night, you are most likely to see just how slowly I can cook a piece of brisket. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? My fishing pole. What are your turn-ons? A keen understanding of steak cuts. What did you want to be when you grew up? Fireman. What's your favorite movie genre? Romantic comedies. What's your ideal date? Deck building. And his dog. His dog is great. What do you never leave home without? My portable fishing pole. I spend a lot of time thinking about how my daughter is smarter than I am. That's gonna haunt me later in life if my child's smarter than me. It's gonna be upsetting. Alright, Brian. Let's see what's up. Your kid is great. Your dog is amazing. You're a tool. Man, I don't know how I feel about hanging out with Brian more. But it seems like Daisy and Amanda got along really well. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and hang out with Brian more for the sake of the kids. Sound like a parent going through a divorce. Do it for the children. I crack my knuckles and start typing. Hey Brian, great grabbing burgers with you at the cookout yesterday. We should get the kids together and hang out soon. He's not nice. He brags too much. Tone it back. Nobody likes to see that. I wait a couple minutes until a ding comes from my computer and a message pops up on the screen. It's Brian. Let's see what he has to say. Hey man. Always love a good burg with a buddy. It's an extra 2 letters. We should definitely hang out. What do you say about mini golf? We could bring the girls out and have ourselves a little friendly competition. Rock on. Brian. He signed his name. That's cute. Friendly competition? This is perfect. I know Amanda and I will crush Brian in mini golf. I've been taking her to mini golf courses since she was a little kid, and I'm proud to say she's almost better at it than I am. Almost. I type back. That sounds great, man! Name the time and place and we'll be there. I'm only saying burger from now on. I will never ever eat a burger with you again if you call it burg. Oh, good lord, that's awful. Hey, Amanda. Hey, would you go for mini golf with Brian and Daisy? I'm a little out of practice, and I know my backswing leaves something to be desired, but I think I could keep in the negatives. Perfect. Come on, kiddo, let's do this. Oh, sorry. Away. I'm back. You ready for this? Look at the ship! Roll up to McDonald's. Yo, hit me up with that double cheeseburger. Arr, matey. Almost ready as I'll ever be. Too scratchy. Why are you talking like that? Because this mini golf course pirate themed? Duh. I just now realized that we are indeed standing on top of a giant pirate ship in the middle of a putt-putt course. Ah! Come on, Pirate Dad. What, you talk like a pirate with me? Arr. Ahoy. Scurvy? I don't see pirates, only angles. Now it's too much fun. Avasti! I'll make Brian and Daisy walk the plank with my superior golfing ability. That sounds Irish. I mean, blue? Don't you hate when you get on a boat and don't realize it? I'm on a boat! Come on, Dad. You told me this was just gonna be some friendly competition. No such thing, Amanda. Friendly competition is dad code for actual competition. I need to prepare my body, mind, and soul. Hiccups, I'm sorry. I need to prepare my body, mind, and soul to defeat Brian on the field of glorious battle. It's just mini golf. Just mini golf? It's so much more than that. I kneel down and place a hand on Amanda's shoulder. I just want you to know that there's no pressure. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it too much. But we have to beat Brian at mini golf. Whatever happened to just having fun? Oh, we'll have fun. When we beat them. Amanda gives me a side eye. Before I can side eye her back, I spot Brian and Daisy. Ahoy there, mateys! Ahoy! Brian walks up with Daisy in tow. Looks like they already rented us some golf clubs for our mini golf excursion. Total power move. Why didn't I think of that? Alright, first mates. I hear there's buried treasure in these waters. You're gonna help me plunder it? Oh, Amanda. I don't think this is a real pirate ship. I think it's just a play putt-putt on. Amanda gives Daisy a look. I mean, aye, Captain. Daisy winks at Amanda. Ah, look at those two. They're 2 peas in a pod. So, you excited to get in some mini golf? Oh, you know it. You a gambling man? Do I get you if I win? I feel like it's a bit too strong in front of children. But you know what? I don't see myself going anywhere with this, so whatever. Amanda puts her hands over Daisy's ears. Gross! Ugh! Brian blushes. He's clearly a little uncomfortable. Good. How about the loser buys drinks tonight? Alright, but how about make it a little bit more interesting? I'm listening. The loser has to mow the winner's lawn this weekend. Yeah, don't admit that you know that word on the internet. That's a dark, dark path we're going down. Well, my yard's pretty big. Are you prepared to take that on? I think you should be a little more concerned about how you're gonna maneuver around my hedges. It's high technical work, not for the faint of heart. I don't think I'll need to worry about that. I'm very good at mini golf, you know. Oh yeah? Hole in one, every time. What I just said is not a true thing, but it already came out of my mouth, so I just have to stand by it. I'm looking forward to see that happen. Brian and I eye each other up and down. May the best dad win. Brian and I shake hands and lock eyes. It's about to go down. Woo! I got a score! Aw, man! Aw! What the? Yeah! I'm better at this game than last time. That's good. Aw, man! That was pretty bad. Ooh! Ah! Almost! Aww! Like, see? Not bad! Amanda pulls me aside while Brian and Daisy catch up to the next hole. Hey, you having a good time? No, I'm having a great time. I'm having a fantastic time trying to destroy Brian underfoot. I'm just asking because your eyes is twitching. No, it's not. I feel my left eye twitch. Amanda raises her eyebrow. We're out here to have fun, remember? It's just a game. You're right, it's just a game. A game with extremely high stakes. That we are currently losing. Dad! Please, Amanda, please nail this next hole for me. I need your help now more than ever. Twitch shoutout? Wait, what do you mean Twitch shoutout? It's really that important for you, sure. Amanda walks over and tees up for a particularly hard windmill hole. Gripping her club, she winds up and launches the ball into the parking lot. She looks me right in the eye and does an exaggerated shrug. Oops. I disagree with her actions, but I appreciate her act of youthful defiance. She walks over and pats me on the back. That was for your own good. Love you, kiddo. Dead to me. Aw, man! Oh, I actually nailed that one. That was impressive. Nope, then no way.
You've lost your bomb.
Oh, cool.
Hole full of bomb.
There.
Dead men sink no pots.
Oh, God.
You've lost
Saw that coming.
your bomb.
I try to maintain an air of professionalism because there are children present, but I can feel the crushing weight of the 4 dads before me and casting a disappointed look upon my broken frame. I have failed you, fathers, and for that, I am sorry. Man, that was some good shooting there, Casual. I have lost at putt. That was pretty funny. It's gonna go that one. I'm sorry. Amanda groans. Arr, Daisy, did you have a good time? Yo ho ho, I did. We haven't even found the buried treasure yet. I think we need a permit to apply. I think we would need to apply for a permit to dig around here. I can take Daisy home so we can get the paperwork started for digging. You two go enjoy your night. Sounds like a plan. Casual, you cool with that? Sure, just don't get yourselves into too much trouble. Can do. I'll make sure we get into a perfectly reasonable amount of trouble. Amanda and Daisy skip away, yelling about buried treasure. Bless that kid's tiny, rebellious heart. Well, guess we should hit the bar now. There's actually a tiki bar attached to this place. How about that? That sounds like a plan. Guess I'm spending more time with Brian, which I'm not jazzed about, considering I just completely blew it on the putt-putt course. Okay, Dad, you can do this. Just gotta drown my sorrows in some tropical lucid drink and get out of here. Aw, that'd be adorable. I don't think so, though. Brian and I walk into the Freaky Tiki, a kitschy island-themed bar. Palm trees adorn the walls, and several fake parrots are strewn about. Ukulele music plays softly into the background. Brian and I approach the bamboo bar. 2 pineapples of hospitality, please. The bartender whips up 2 rum drinks inside the hollowed out pineapples. He sets them on fire, and we have to blow them out before we can drink them. That sounds kinda scary. But fun. Usually I just like to, I don't know, drink my drinks. If you don't want yours, I'll take it. Invest me again? I think not. Take a sip of my pineapple of hospitality. Sorrow tastes fruity. My lawn care needs are very particular. I hope you're up for a challenge. Oh, don't worry. I'll bring my own salt to promote healthy growth in a sustainable environment. Oh, come on now, Casual. I'm just having a little fun with you. I grumble and sip some more of my fruity sorrow. Fine. You got me on this one. While I sip more of my drink, I notice a TV in the corner. Hey! Extreme Makeover. Deck Edition is on. I love this show. Always makes me want to own a deck. Ugh, I hate this show. Why? It's so clearly fake. Well, yeah, it's reality TV. Who cares? I care! I'm a general contractor. I work with decks all the time. There is no way they're renovating those decks in a matter of 2 days. It's impossible. That's a 3-week job, minimum. So you want them to cover those 3 weeks extensively in their episode? It can't be that interesting to watch a bunch of dudes slave over a deck for that long. Nobody would watch it. I don't like any of those home improvement shows. I want to watch stuff that's real. Like Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Trekkers? I have terrible news for you, Casual. No. No. Not them too. That's the awful truth. Not the ghosts, though. Those are real. Trucks just don't have emergency escape buttons. I've been lied to for so long. We both chuckle and sip on our pineapples. So wait, you're a general contractor? Sure am. I actually helped plan the cul-de-sac we lived in. Wow, nice work. Yeah, kinda took after the footsteps of my old man. He was a general contractor too? The best. He practically built half this town with his bare hands. It's weird how you spend your whole life trying not to become your father, and you wake up one day and there you are. But I get to work with my hands and it pays more than enough to take care of my daughter, so it's an absolute dream job. For me at least. Well, that's impressive. Building stuff has always been my weak point as a dad. I've been okay with that. Until now. Now I must defeat him. I do have that patio furniture that I haven't put together still sitting in the garage. Okay. Maybe I should cool it with the dad competition. Gotta keep it light. Ask about his daughter. His daughter's great. So, Daisy seemed pretty smart for her age. Yeah, she's a genius. She definitely doesn't get it from her old man, though. It's actually a little embarrassing. She beats me at Scrabble constantly. To be fair, Scrabble is really hard. I can barely make good words when I have the whole alphabet in front of me, let alone 7 letters. Brian laughs. See? We can keep this kind of thing friendly here. This is perfectly present. I could do this all night. Because I feel a need to impress Brian and prove I'm better than him, obviously. That's the only reason. I think. Let's keep it moving. Ask about the dog. So, you have a dog? Sure do. I can't quite remember what he looks like. Oh, he's a little corgi. Always has the handkerchief around his neck. Yeah, I'm not getting it. I think I might need to see a visual reminder to jog my memory. If you happen to have pictures of said dog. Maybe on your phone? Brian laughs. Casual. If you wanted to see pictures of Maxwell, you could have just asked. Show me the goods then. Brian pulls out his phone and flips through an entire album of dog pictures. This is the content I came for. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. He makes it sound like drug paraphernalia. What a good boy. I look around the room and take in all the kitschy decor, looking for something else to comment on. There's a gigantic fish hanging above Brian, and I gesture to it. Cool fish. It's definitely fake. What? Really? Everything in here is fake. That palm tree over there is just a ficus with plastic coconuts glued to it. I look over. He's right. But I almost caught something like that fish once. It was bigger, though. Of course it was. Oh, really? Yep, I went on a trip to Hawaii maybe a decade ago. We were out on the sea for 3 days, catching fish, drinking beer. You know, guy stuff. We had a hot plate on the boat so we could sear the fish right after we caught it. Throw a little bit of lemon and salt on there. Oh man, some of the best food I ever had. That actually sounds amazing. Well, it was the last day. Everybody had gone to bed already, but I was out there, watching the stars. Had my line out too. Then all of a sudden, it just started running. So I jumped on the reel before it gets ripped out of the rod rack and started fighting with the damn thing. I'm out there for maybe an hour. Can't call out to my shipmates. It's just man against nature. Finally, I start to tuck the guy out. I get him up on the surface and finally get a sight of it. The biggest marlin I've ever seen. Hemingway-esque. I get into the boat single-handedly. And you know what happened next? What happened next? The damn thing smacks me in the face with its tail and knocks me out. I wake up the next morning on the deck. The fish gone. Never felt dumber. So it got away? I think there's another version of me that would have spent the rest of my life trying to catch that fish. Cap Ahab style. I'm sure Daisy will be supportive. Oh man, fishing's a life. I haven't gone out enough lately. You go fishing? Actually, I have a confession to make. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I having this inexplicable urge to be vulnerable with him? I can't tell him I'm terrible at fishing. I lean in closer. None of these options are the truth! These are all such bad options. I'm amazing, I'm the best, no one can outfish me. Which one? These are all stupid, so... I didn't pick anything. Wow, that was embarrassing. I still didn't pick anything. I'm simply the best out there. Okay, since you're such a pro, I'm taking you fishing. Do you want to go fishing? Wait, don't answer that. Yes, you do. We're going fishing. Oh, no. Oh! I don't know. Come on, it'll be a blast. I know the perfect little fishing spot. I'll bring some beers. We can just sit back, relax, and reel in some trout. Bring the kids with us. Come on, you know you want to. Oh, my ball! Come back! Come back, I need you. Oh, Danny, come back. There you are. That's alright, I got it. Don't worry about it. I sigh. I've been cornered. Yeah, okay. And Brian gives me an exuberant high five. Yes! Maybe we'll see who can catch the most fish, so I can get you mowing my lawn. You could try to beat me, but they don't call me casual, good at catching fish, cool, for nothing. I am spinning a web of lies that I fear one day will consume me. Sounds like it'll be a scrap. Who calls it that? Brian and I finish our drinks and head outside. Till next time. This is a great opportunity tea for friendship. I'm real excited. Kiss my bass, Brian. That's mean. And for catching more fish than Brian. You're krilling me with these puns, Casual. Mull it over. You'll come around to fish-related dad jokes in no time. Brian extends a hand and gives me a friendly but firm handshake. I see the competitive fire in his eye. This can become a whole thing, isn't it? Once Brian takes over babysitting duties, Amanda walks home with me. She immediately plops down on the couch and flips on the TV. So, how was your hang with Brian? It was... okay. Oh yeah? He seems like a neat dude. You think so? I don't know. The guy loves a good competition. But then again, apparently so do I. What did you and Daisy end up doing? Oh, we hunted for treasure for a bit, but Daisy was really adamant about not digging without a permit. We just watched some documentary about theoretical physics. I put her to bed and then sat around eating Brian's food. Don't tell him I said that. That's standard babysitting protocol, I believe. I really like hanging out with Daisy. She's super mature for her age. Yeah, Brian says she has a hard time relating to other kids. She kind of reminds me of you at her age. Though she doesn't bite people as much as you did. I bit a lot of children back in my day, I'm ashamed to say. I can't believe I'm finally the cool older kid. Feels good. You gonna hang out with Brian again? No. That's the thing. He wants to go fishing with me. I don't. What? Oh? I told him I was an amazing fisherman. You hate fishing. I know. I kinda panicked. I'm sure I'll be fine. All of you had to do is wake up the crack of dawn and sit silently in a boat on a lake for hours on end, with no promise of a tangible reward, your only companion being the fear and doubt you harbor deep within your heart. Geez, that's too real, Amanda. Fishing is fun. You remind yourself as the world darkens around you and you wonder if it's really you staring back at yourself in the lake's reflection, or simply just the abyss. Yeah, laugh it up, Amanda. You're coming with us. It is my constitutional right to outright refuse this order. Daisy's coming too. Well, I bet I can convince Brian to bring his dog. Fine, sold. I'm in. Alright, I'm bushed. Gonna call it a night. Don't stay up too late, okay? You got it, Pops. Date complete.
Couldn't have done it better myself.
I mean, didn't suck at it.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright, that leaves, good old Joseph. Joseph Christensen. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running. I guess that implies there's more than one youth minister. Living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in church, you can catch me out on the open water, setting sail on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crush my kids at Candyland. On a Friday night, you were... Hey, Hugo. On a Friday night, you're most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take with you on Desert Island, what would it be? My 6-string. What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. Dude, you're gay. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies. Lovely night on the town with my wife. You're still gay. What do you never leave home without? The good book. I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. I'm not going to comment on that last one because, again, you're still gay. Sorry, I commented anyway. His family is a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait, how do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Maybe Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too cheesy. A light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? Talking to Joseph, huh? Gah! Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. Hey, Hugo. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Khakis? Yeah. First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference? You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the BBQ. I love hanging out soon if you're not busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine, fine. Give me the keyboard. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like to, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. Smiley is a nice touch. Almost immediately I receive a response. What do you say? Hi, Casual. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast. Just so let me know. Huh. That wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about his signing his name with the tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun. Casual. Don't respond with a tilde. Well, guess I'm doing this. Save a brownie for me? Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore? Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't keep promises I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Casual. But he has an anchor on his house. How can you not be weird after seeing that? But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses? Or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over them porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open. A shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Casual? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph Eldis. What's his name? Probably something Krish. Hey. Hey. It's Chris. Chris, right. Hi again. I'm Casual. I know what your name is. Oh yeah, we met at the barbecue. How's the, Please don't say it. Jesus? Chris blinks slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad? Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Oh? This was a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph peeks his head out around the corner. Casual, you made it! Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you can come by. Are you ready to bake? I am not. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious room full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. I love the cute little octopus plushie. I believe you met Chris. Who left you outside? Chris? Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. Must be really shy. It's alright. Next time just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish a chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanish into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris just likes to keep to himself. I mean, didn't we all start off on the best foot in the world? Plus, being the eldest in the family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack where we can. Ah, and here are the twins. Christian, Chrissy, say hello to Casual. Hello, Father. Hello, Casual. Kids, come on. Dial back on the creepy twin shtick. Creepy twin shtick. Hey, come on. Can you two say, come play with us, Danny? Oh no. The twins stare up in blinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. Joseph covers his mouth and looks away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. This is it. This is my dad World Series. Okay, now say. Please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra. No, I can't take it. Joseph's trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. Can we keep it up? Aw, they're all excited and smiling now. Go with something obscure. Go with something creepy. No, obscure. Now say, he who walks behind the rose. Twins tilt their head in confusion. He walks? He who behind some rose? The room is silent besides Joseph absolutely losing his mind. That last flub really sealed it. Children of the Corn? Really? Is that not mainstream? I'm off my game. Something fierce today. Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared. Joseph can't take it anymore. Despite his quiet protestations, he's laughing pretty hard into his hand and the kids giggle with him. The twins, obviously pleased with the new arsenal of spooky weapons, leave the room to terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done. I'm gonna be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we'll hang out, I'll try to teach him some lines from The Thing. Alright, so it looks like we got a bit of a troublemaker on our hands. You think you can out-trouble a career pro? I don't know about... I was suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That didn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brow and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait a minute here. Oh, wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves. He's got 4. Talk about worry. And I dropped my ball again. Almost got it, almost got it. I take a hand on his surprisingly pristine... I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. Damien bookshelf? A pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. Looks handmade. Joseph built this? There's a stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti, the underwater mysteries of Antarctica, and on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure. Unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? I mean, That's pretty cool. But if he did build the bookshelf himself, that'd be like a carpenter reference, because, you know, Joseph the carpenter. Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Like he's covering all the Bible bases. King James, New American Standard, Bible for teens? He's a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf, there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest one looks like Hot Bod Johnson, Sex Detective. Sounds like something worthy of like a Nobel Prize. The 8th installment in... Wait, this is a series? There's a couple of cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Hey, a cross! Hey, another cross! This one looks a little different. And a third cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choices. There's also a brass thing here. Looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Sex. Examine the floor. Well, you have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot. The tag says, C plus C. Of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. I spot one last thing on the floor next to the houseplant. Silver necklace. Wow, this looks expensive for something casually tossed on the floor. There's a story here? It's none of my business. But we want it to be. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. I keep dropping my ball. I got it. Nobody saw that. I walk into the kitchen and find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. And she's all smiling. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Divide and conquer. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. You're so sweet we might have to water you down. Spiders. No, not spiders! Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between the laughing and squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. Man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders! Spoon duel the Spider King. I grab a wooden spoon and point in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast! Okay, Casual the Valiant, let's see what you got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. I have the high ground! Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I'm no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard! For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a blow in the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Ah! Blast! I am defeated! You can never defeat me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste in the brownie batter. The magic. Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait! Do you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates, then shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony. Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. And that is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg baiters on the linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of the B-side. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout. I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that had mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably.
Hey.
Yeah. Probably. He certainly looks confident. Alright, casual. We baked a cake from a box before. Once. How hard could this be?
Oh.
Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Mario Batali. Save me. Joseph and I set to work, cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things, according to how we measured, how we assumed the back of the box would tell us to. Things go according to plan, and soon enough we have a solid batch of brownies. Whew. Wait. Joseph had a small dot of batter on his nose. Oh, casual. Way to use those dad skills. I bet you baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph? All you have to do is bring this to the bake sale and voila! Duty done. Now help me find Christy. Can you keep your eyes out for a pony that sparkles? Joseph, hold still. What? The thumb in position. And got it. Joseph's eyes go wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing? Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should. Do that, casual. Joseph quickly composes himself. Alright, she can't be far. You take the delta position, and I'll take your 6. And I'll watch your 6. He just wants to look at your butt. Do you even know what that means?
Yeah.
Alpha Tango Sparkler. Roger. Roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car. Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Chrissy walks out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies! Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom! She's down by the other rows of tables helping with the other group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom! Chrissy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast? Yeah, and I can only catch her half the time. His knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was her age. I couldn't tell her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has a strong feeling about snitches. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Whoa, someone brought a soft-serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this isn't my first time at the rodeo. The bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale. I think you and I put together some pretty convincing arguments for these brownies, don't you? Alright. Oh yeah, we high five. You bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customers. Hey dude. Hiya. Ah, Carmencita. Good to see you guys. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say use a Bach recipe. Don't say use a Bach recipe. It's just how Nonna used to make it. Let me tell you a story, Matt. They made these brownies in the old country? Yeah, that was all thanks to Grandma Cool. The travelers from far and wide made the pilgrimage to her sleepy little town simply be amazed by her masterful use of chocolate. All that knowledge, all that experience is passed on to me.
Hey.
Sure. Joseph leans over again to me. Lying is literally one of the 10 things we try not to do. Yeah, but you were gay and lying to your wife, so whatever.
Hey.
Alright. We'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. I ring him up and high-five Joseph as our has-to-be cupbearers walk away. See? Not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownie to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually, another familiar face pops up. Casual. It's Brian. Close enough. We interest you in our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must. Resist. Urge to be competitive. Let the man buy his brownies. We'll put you down for 10? Better make it just 2. 1 for me and 1 for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah! What's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's The Fast and the Furious. Really? Think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Joseph hands a baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior part of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for a new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spayed his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it is worth it. Although, sometimes I wish that you could just be super gay and just gay it up. Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but I'm gay. We know. Just say it. Do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock? You know, basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song, but at a gay bar. The hedgehog's on the wiggle. He's wiggling. Joseph, I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend. One day we'll be on the island time. Ugh. I hate. That would be awful. That'd be so boring. Make a couple more sales to some... Oh, sorry, chat. Make a couple more sales to some more church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I see my old buddy, Craig. Craig! He's gonna be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales just to test himself, to see if he has resolved to refuse processed sugar. Are you sure you're ready for this? You go way back. I got this. Craig joins up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros. God, he says that so sexily. What is up with that? Like the breathy... Oh. Hey, Uncle Joseph. Hey, Maddie's dad. Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. Hey, Craig. When we were freshmen, remember how our next door neighbors pranked us by switching our laundry detergent with dish soap and how the wash machine exploded with suds? And then we decided to get back at them by baking brownies for them but sprinkled high-intensity hot sauce in the mix, and then we watched them cry after eating it? I feel bad, but we had to clean up the laundry room ourselves. Anyway, these brownies are like that, but without the hot sauce. Maybe you should get one more, for old time's sake.
I don't know.
Craig thinks for a second. Well, girls just want a game. You know what? We'll take one for each of us. Even River? I'll eat hers. You got yourself a deal. Dale winds down. We're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. That's adorable. Also, I absolutely sold some to Craig. Craig shows up in a lot of my dates. I feel like I should go on a second date with him.
Ugh.
Box mix, huh? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd be rather anywhere else than here.
Oh.
Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes. Which is... Actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring. And safe. Hey, Mary. I'm on a date with your husband. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce Casual to the rest of the community.
Ah.
Get a load of this freak show? What?
Hmm.
Weird folk is all. Holier than thou types.
Hey.
Don't you think, Casual?
Oh.
Mary.
Come on.
Let the kid answer the question. They all seem like they're really excited about the church. That's pretty cool, I guess. Mary, can we talk about this later? Ugh. Am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool.
Oh.
Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear.
Ah.
Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash.
Hey.
Jeez, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash you made. Feels like a hefty wad if I say so myself.
Ah.
Thanks.
Ah.
Now give me your wallet. What?
Hey.
Give me your wallet. You think this church is gonna fix itself? Mary? I'm kidding. Sorry. I'm working on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? She really likes pushing your buttons, huh?
Yeah.
Joseph shrugs.
Hmm.
No marriage is perfect. Yeah, especially when you're gay.
Oh.
You ready to head out? Joseph and I load the folding tables back into my car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat.
Oh yeah.
I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. Might finally be able to crash. Might finally be crashing from all the sugar. I won't keep you up then.
Oh.
Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do a little bit more exciting and less free labor. And I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine. Really. I know, but first hang out domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me.
Yeah.
Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun. Promise. I smile. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope. Too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye! Joseph walks up to his home. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, brownie. Save the brownie for later. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road.
Huh.
I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch.
Hmm.
Hey, Father Unit. Hey, child that I am required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies, or did you maybe sneak one, or... I think for a moment I realized I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me. This would probably be better in someone else's stomach than mine. Heads up! Wait! I hurl the brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. Alright, chat. I've been on a first date with all of the dads, including Brian and Joseph, even though he's totally trying to cheat on his wife, and I'm not a fan of that. And I think it is time for me to head to bed. That was about a 2-hour stream. And I've dropped this ball several times, but I still like playing with it. Alright. Let's save. We are all saved up. Let's go back to the title page. Let's go. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Let's exit out of this game. First we're gonna have Hiro say goodnight. He was really grumpy today and he didn't move around at all. Come on, buddy. As great as those headphones are, they are also super uncomfy on my ears sometimes. Come on, sweetheart. We gotta say goodbye to everybody before we go to bed. You're too prickly. I guess we'll just have them say goodbye to the little spiky ball you are. But alright, I'm Helika. That's Hito. And good night.